Alec, did you kill your wife and son?
What do you think of the verdict, Alec?
Why did you lie?
Alec Murdaugh guilty on all counts of murdering his wife and son. His sentencing hearing coming up here this morning. Let's go ahead and check in with our Nakaya Carrera, who is outside the Colleton County Courthouse. And Nakaya, what is Murdaugh facing following the verdict?
Well, Frank, there are 3 outcomes if you're found guilty of murder in the state of South Carolina. The first, 30 years to life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. Murdaugh will avoid the death penalty since prosecutors indicted they're seeking life without parole. Last night, we spoke to Walterboro's tourism director about how this trial has impacted the area. The case has gripped the attention of people around the world. This small town of Walterboro saw a wave of tourists over the last 6 weeks, including a North Carolina woman we spoke to last night, who says she shows up to court every morning around 3 a.m.
My husband was very supportive. My whole family was. My mom came last week, and so the past 2 weeks I've been going either back and forth or getting a hotel room.
She also told us she was home yesterday and nearly missed catching the verdict in person, but her intuition told her to come back. Jurors took less than 3 hours to find Murdaugh guilty. ABC's Faith Abube walks us through what happened in court last night.
Good morning. After weeks and weeks of testimony, it took less than 3 hours for the jury to return a unanimous guilty verdict. Disgraced former South Carolina attorney Alec Murdaugh leaving the Colleton County Courthouse in handcuffs moments after a jury found him guilty in the deaths of his son and wife.
Verdict, guilty.
The 12-person jury unanimously convicting Murdaugh on 2 counts of murder. A dramatic end to the 6-week trial, full of twists and turns.
The evidence of guilt is overwhelming.
Murdaugh's wife and son were shot to death near the family's dog kennels on June 7, 2021.
Hey, Baba.
Murdaugh finally admitting on the witness stand that he lied to investigators about the last time he saw the victims.
Why in the world would an innocent, reasonable father and husband lie about that?
Murdaugh also admitted to stealing millions of dollars from his clients and law firm. The defense pushing back.
Alec would not have killed the people he loved the most in the world.
But despite no murder weapon or hard evidence tying Murdaugh to the crime, the jury returning a quick guilty verdict. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Thank you, Faith. Now, sentencing is set to start this morning at 9:30 a.m. And of course, we will be here. Frank, back to you.
Hey, Nakaya, before we let you go, have we heard from Murdaugh's defense team yet?
As of now, we have not heard from the defense team, not a statement, anything, but they are set to speak an hour after the sentencing is handed down to Murdaugh. So we will bring that to you live on air later on. Back to you, Frank.
All right. Thanks so much, Nakaya. Again, sentencing coming up in about 3.5 hours. Let's go ahead and take a look at some reaction to the verdict. Murdaugh's former law firm, now known as the Parker's Law Group, last night they praised the verdict in a post on Facebook and said in part, quote, "The actions of Alec Murdaugh are shocking to us all." Only days after the murder of Maggie and Paul, the firm fired Alec Murdaugh after being accused of misusing funds. He's now facing nearly 100 charges related to financial crimes. Now, the attorneys representing the Murdaugh family's late housekeeper, releasing a statement that says in part, quote, "Alec Murdaugh will drink from the same cup of justice as every other citizen and other convicted murderers."
Okay, is she on the ground or is she up near the top?
She's on the ground. She's on the ground. She's on the ground.
Is she conscious?
No, not really.
Now, Gloria Satterfield's son testified in court. The Murdaughs say Satterfield died after a fall at their home, but state investigators have reopened the case and the cause of her death. Murdaugh has admitted to stealing the money in the wrongful death suit meant to go towards her family.
One thing that the jury must have seen is that the guy's a liar, and once a guy's a liar, you can't believe anything he says. Now, I thought...
Buddy chiming in this morning. Former NFL star O.J. Simpson, who's no stranger to murder trials himself, weighing in. He says once Murdaugh admitted on the stand he lied to investigators, jurors would find it hard to believe anything he said. Again, Alec Murdaugh's sentencing hearing starts this morning at 9:30. You can watch it live on our website, WJCL.com.